We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Oh, that jab's starting to mark him up. You don't want to trade shots. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that. Then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he scores with the counter. A straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. You can write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Leaves a knockout with that.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
You'd like to see more jabs. Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
These two fighters are made for one another. think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. Back and forth they go. Not a lot of defense here at all. Punch, counter punch. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Let's get it started in round 3. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. The resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. The straight right just misses. One punch could end this fight for either of these 2 heavyweights.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand screen and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home for that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these 2? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He's willing to go where the other fighter went. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Got out of the way of that right hook. This fight has a real good flow to it. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this tempo.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, John?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Can't find a home for that jab. Beautiful counter shot. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped twice in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever write anybody off.
Don't forget the job and don't get carried away. Switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, and get back out there and win the round.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. Failing to score with that right hook. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Only catching air with that hook. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to...
Let's start the sixth. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed. So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. What? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken? There's the bell to start round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? And twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3 full-shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than you do.
You believe what we are seeing. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step back the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
No rest for the weary. A perfect counter land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. And there's the bell for round 8. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, it's thinking. You just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round. It's been traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. There's the bell to start round 9. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
Come on, should they be sending him back out there? 2 heavy knockdowns in the last round. What are they doing? They're sending him to the gallows.
There's a counter shot. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. Hold that thought! Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Just missed with that hook. You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. It's bombs away. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And here comes the 10th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot.